My sister, my daughter, and I come from a family of three girls and a boy. I happen to be the second daughter and the most loved by my parents. My siblings and I grew up knowing that my parents preferred me and showed me more love and compassion. I remember when my mom would secretly give me extra cash or add extra meat to my food. My father would ensure I take his plates away after every meal because he always left a portion for me. I am sure you'll be wondering why I am most preferred. My dad said I reincarnated his mother. My mom says I possess most of her attributes: smart, intelligent, and beautiful. She intended to nurture me and ensure I reached my highest potential, which she couldn't attain. In other words, she wants to live through me. Because of the obvious discrepancies, I never got along with my sisters. Our childhood was characterized by riff, jealousy, resentment, and unspoken hatred. At age 20, we lost our both parents in a car accident. And at this time, my life changed. Ended, I would say. I was already in my second year at the university. My elder sister was in her final year, and my sister was in her second year also. We were all in the university, same university. Life became a living hell for us, most especially myself. My elder sister had a boyfriend who was pretty much taking care of her. At the burial, or after the burial, my uncles were kind enough to commit to paying our tuition fees, but we were left to hustle for our upkeep and other financial expenses as required. Where do I start from? I had no boyfriend at that time to help me out. It was just then I realized that my sister had had a strong bond and they quickly moved on without me. I was still in grave of my both parents' death, the ones that truly and were ever present for me. My both sisters were not willing to form any kind of alliance with me. I was stranded and desperate. Shortly after the burial of our parents, we returned back to school. We were given a certain amount of money which was realized from the burial rites. The demands of my parents and the unpleasant relationship with my sisters put me into depression, deep depression. One day, my elder sister called me. I was so delighted as my phone rang. Perhaps she was willing to accept me into our sisterhood. As I picked up the call, she told me she was happy to help me on one condition. She said she would introduce me to someone who would take care of me and provide for all my needs, such that I would not miss the absence of our parents' care and support. Let me cut the long story short. My sister, my own sister, introduced me to a guy who was my first partner. One guy turned to two, and soon enough, I lost body count with how many men I had to meet through my sister. At some point, I got pregnant, and because of the medical reasons and conditions at the time, I was advised not to flush because the chances of survival were 50-50. I dropped out of school and started living with the guy that got me pregnant. Fast forward to the present day. I have 4 children for this man who still hasn't paid my bride price. My first daughter is 19 years old and currently has an admission into the university. My partner, the father of my child or my children, and I are not rich. But we are very determined to make our children better than us. My daughter's university is in the same city where my elder sister now lives with her family. Of course, she is rich and influential, wealthy, and travels abroad for business and vacations. We did not have any option but to ask my daughter to go live with my sister because we were not financially stable to cater for her needs. Recently, my daughter returned home and confided in me and told me that my sister was connecting her to some men with the promise that if she can make them happy, she would take up the financial responsibility for her education up to master's level if she has the interest in studying further. Considering the economic hardship in the country where I live, at this point I am confused about what to do. I have a lot of questions running through my mind. Is there going to be a repetition of the past with my own experience in the life of my daughter? Do I allow my daughter to stay with my sister and guide her on how to look after herself and protect herself? Something that no one did for me. Please share your thoughts and advice. I will be in the comment section reading. Thank you.